All right, so let's start with a big story that is coming in from the United States, where racial tensions are running high in the country as US President Donald Trump has paid a visit to Kenosha in Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers wrote to the White House urging Trump to reconsider his plan. This is local officials fear that the visit actually might further fuel the anger in the residents of the city. However, defying all requests, Donald Trump proceeded with his trip anyway. Trump visited the areas that were damaged by arsonists who were disguised as protesters. He was accompanied by security officials who blocked roads as he took stock of the situation.
This store was here 109 years. To stop the political violence, we must also confront the radical ideology that includes this violence. Reckless far-left politicians continue to push the destructive message that our nation and our law enforcement are oppressive or racist. They'll throw out any word that comes to them.
And crowds also lined the barricaded streets with Trump supporters on one side and Black Lives Matter protesters on the other. This led to numerous face-to-face encounters, and Trump stayed firm on his law and order message. He also has promised to rebuild Kenosha and provide for more financial resources to Wisconsin. Now, in the run-up to the 2020 election, Donald Trump is appealing to the white Americans by reiterating his support for the police and whatever they do. Now remember, a black man, Jacob Blake, was shot in this very disturbing video that then went viral. He was shot several times in the back in front of his young children.
Wow.
Now, Trump chose not to pay a visit to Blake, who is paralyzed from waist downwards. He's also declined to comment on the actions of a 17-year-old who has now been accused of shooting 2 men dead during a demonstration in Kenosha. He only said that it appeared that the gunman was acting in self-defense. He also defended the police action, saying that they are working under tremendous pressure.
We have to condemn the dangerous anti-police rhetoric. It's getting more and more. It's very unfair. You have some bad apples. We all know that. And those will be taken care of through the system. And nobody's going to be easy on them either. And you have people that choke. They're under tremendous, I said it yesterday, I said it last night. They're under tremendous pressure. And they may be there for 15 years and have a spotless record, and all of a sudden they're faced with a decision. They have a quarter of a second to make a decision. And if they make a wrong decision, one way or the other, they're either dead or they're in big trouble. And people have to understand that. They choke sometimes.
Meanwhile, Jacob Blake's relative held a community event near the site of the shooting. He demanded justice for Blake and called for the authorities to charge the officer involved. The event was held just 2 miles away from the place where Donald Trump was scheduled to visit. Now, Jacob Blake's shooting came at a time when people in the United States were already protesting against the killing of George Floyd.